Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm I'm better. I'm sorry. Did I blow you out? Did I blow you out?
Yes, that's too loud.
How's that? Is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta figure out
I
how
can.
to make you big on my screen.
I don't
Oh,
want to be little, little, tiny,
there
tiny.
you.
Am I big, big,
You're.
big?
Yes, you're big. And just remember, if you
Okay.
have to cough, you need to cover that thing.
I know. So I got sick a week or so ago at the football game. Well, I didn't get sick at the football game. I'd like to blame the football game, but I just started feeling bad at the football game. Well, I was sick all last weekend. And then, I call the teledoc, where you can just ring, ring, call a doctor. Of course, they don't know who you are. They just figure you maybe live in a tree somewhere, and they tell you all good things like take Sudafedrin and use a neti pot. I'm thinking, hello, come on, dude.
You know these
Okay,
things already.
yes. So
Yeah.
$40 later, and he's called in some little Tussa cough drops that last me 3 days. Thank you very much. Ludens would have helped better. So then I just wasn't on my game. And then yesterday I just finally Ronnie's just like, you are going over to the urgent care. So they gave me a shot in each of my butt, on each rump, and I got some antibiotics and I got some steroids and I got some cough medicine, like
Mom will be
hydrocodone cough
very
medicine. I
glad to
know she'll
hear
be
you
so
got
glad.
all those drugs.
I know she is. She's one of the, and growing up in a house with a mother who's a nurse, there were two remedies for everything. Remember what they were? Gargle with salt water
Yeah.
and rub
Rub
it.
it. Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, unless your arm was hanging by the last artery, flapping, or you were on complete fire, you
Yeah.
were to gargle with salt
Salt
water
water
and you
and
were to rub it. That's all.
bellyache,
So
rub it.
maybe that's
The
right. Bellyache,
armors,
rub it.
just give it a good rub.
Chicken pox, rub it. You got
Give it a
sneeze. Oh, my throat. Gargle with salt water.
yeah.
Perfect. So maybe we should introduce ourselves. Maybe after we've told us people all
Okay.
about what's happened already this week.
Okay. We are the periscoping sisters, and we are periscoping because yesterday I did a
Someone is.
periscope. Someone
Yay,
is.
someone.
You
Yay.
need to move the mic out a little bit again, Amy. You're
Okay.
you're getting too
Is that any
excited
better?
and speaking very loudly. Sorry. Well, now that we got it fixed, we got to make sure it's right. So
That's right.
anyway, I am the younger sister, and I live in California.
Had to say that.
I did.
What is your name?
My name is Debbie, and I'm Debbie S. Reese on Instagram and Debbie Reese on Ravelry.
And I'm Amy, and I am 1 year older, and that's all. And I'm in Georgia, and I'm Inked Indigo on Instagram and Indigo Amy on Ravelry. And we
Yeah.
have a group, Periscoping Sisters on Ravelry.
Yep. And today is Sunday, November 13th.
Yes,
And
2016.
yes, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since we recorded last. So thank you
And we
guys
had,
for your patience. It's
I
because she was hacking
know.
up along last week and
I
couldn't.
was hacking up along, and we had showed the last the podcast that we did was our Rybeck Periscope, but of course we had all this other stuff. Our title is going to have to be like enabling galore because I've got all kinds of stuff that's not even Rhinebeck related that I've been waiting to show forever.
Oh, good. And
So,
I did a crazy cast on week. I got cast on itis and had to cast on all
yes,
the
you did.
things. So I'm following in Sarah from Love Sock Wool podcast. I'm following in her footsteps, and also Amber from the Yarn Hoarder, and just like you guys, I cannot compare to them because I am not as many socks as they are. But for me, the number of socks I have on the needles right now is like 3 times what I normally have. So
Yes, usually Debbie has one pair. How many pair you have on now? Two pair?
three. I cast on
Oh
another
my
pair
gosh,
last night.
Debbie!
I know.
What's
That's a
gotten into
lot for
you?
me. I
I
don't
didn't know
know.
you had that many needles.
I bought more needles,
Oh,
remember?
see, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You
I might
stopped
buy
buying
some
needles.
more.
You can buy more.
I still have 1 or 2 sets that aren't don't have anything on them. So
Oh,
I don't know, I might have to do that. We'll see.
maybe.
So
So, okay, so a couple things. I just want to talk about one thing because I will forget and I don't want to forget.
okay.
Our one of our BFFs, Nitty by Nature, Melissa. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Nitty by Nature with underscore under each of those words. She has an Etsy shop. There's something about, Etsy, when they say Big Brother's watching, there's something about, yes, some people who are perusing Etsy and they are taking items out of people's Etsy shops that they don't feel are made, like handmade.
Oh,
Yes,
there are
you've heard,
rules for
yes.
Etsy. It's supposed to
Okay,
be, yes,
so
either
you have,
handmade or an item to help you make things by hand.
yeah, something like
Something
that.
like that.
Well,
There's
you
rules.
know her really cool macaroons case that you can keep all your little stitch
Yes.
markers, and I have mine near here, but not like right at my fingertips. Well, she noticed that they were just all of a sudden
Not
taken
listed
off,
anymore?
not listed anymore.
Oh,
And she was like, great. So this is what she decided because she loves us so much. She is going to put an offer out for all of our viewers, the Periscoping Sisters viewers, up until this coming Friday, the 18th. Is that right? The 18th on Friday, November 18th.
I can check.
If you spend $20 or more in her shop
Yeah.
without shipping, you get a free macaroon case, the mini macaroon case. And
Ooh,
it'll be a surprise because she's just going to pick a color and send it to you. So go over to Nitty by Nature shop, Etsy shop, and she's got some incredible stitch markers. She's
yeah.
got some of the coolest stuff over there. Really cute stuff now coming up for the holidays. So go check her out.
Oh, good.
Love you, Melissa.
So is there a coupon code?
No coupon code. She says just anybody who that hears from our podcast, go over there, and she's going to send
How is
out.
she going to know? They have to put a note in
I
there, in
maybe
note
she
to seller.
maybe that's what you can. Yeah, put
Yeah,
in a little note to seller and put watching those crazy ladies give me a free macaroon case, something like that.
something like that. That'll work.
How was that? That was first
That
try.
was
I
good.
did
That's
good. I
good.
didn't blow anybody's eardrums out with my
Oh,
cough. Yay. Okay, so do you want to talk about our new Rhinebeck endeavor?
yes, because I just opened a thread on the Ravelry page. We're going to do a
Saying,
cow because there's a couple people out there that are going to knit it with us.
what? No, no, no. That same sweater? The box
This,
suite?
yes,
Oh,
sweater.
no.
Yes, there's a couple people that said they would do a cow with us, and it's going to be totally relaxed, but we'll help each other, encourage each
Okay.
other.
Okay, so let's start by saying everybody knows that I was a complete fail on my Rhinebeck sweater for this year. We called it the Nanabeck sweater because my mother offered Debbie and I both to knit our sweaters. Debbie said, no, no, graciously, no, no. I said, yes, yes, please. I need help. Finish it for me. Okay, so when we bought, yes, there it is. There's
And look,
Debbie's.
I found my button.
I know. You showed that on your Periscope. Oh my gosh, Debbie. It looks just like Wendy. If Wendy could be a sheep, that's what she would look like.
So cute.
So when we found the box suite, now hold up the picture. You're going to be my secretary since I don't have my
Okay.
picture.
I was
So
prepared today. I brought it with
yes, I
me.
have. Yes, yes. Okay. So Debbie and I chose the same colorway after a lot of talking and all of that. Okay. So we showed my mother after we got back, and she said, I will be your knitting mentor for this sweater. Now, what that really means
Don't
is
ask me to knit it.
don't become crying to me in September next year saying, I can't finish. You need to help me, Mom. Please, if I send it. No, she's being our knitting mentor. She's giving us instructions on get everything wound up, labeled correctly, get
Yep.
your needles, start this. And if you do one diamond every day, it'll take you through. She is Ms. Ultra Knitting 911
Organized.
secretary. Yes.
Yeah.
So if
Do you
anybody
have
wants to
yours
come on
there?
this ride, yes, I have it with me. What I've gotten
Okay.
done. You started last night, right? How long does it
Yeah.
take for you to do a diamond, Debbie? What about mine's about a half hour or so.
Yeah, maybe that long. It's so much like my it's so much like
And mom was
my
so
cozy memories blanket.
cozy memories blanket. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mom was so she was like such the PI these last couple weeks because there was
totally.
one thing in the kit that we
That was
didn't get.
missing. It was
It was the
missing.
diagram,
How
which
could
is
we have
like
done it without that diagram? I don't think we could have. We couldn't.
it's
We
like
we
trying to
wouldn't have
bake
been
a cake
able to.
without the recipe. I
Yeah.
mean, it was crazy. So mom did some investigating. I was so proud of her getting
Me
on
too.
Ravelry and messaging somebody and then getting it. Very good, Mother. Nana
Thank
says
you.
so. Hey, thank you, Nana. So if anybody wants to kind of get on board and keep up with us, Nana will not let you down. You will have a Rhinebeck sweater finished and complete, but you got to stay on task. So what are you doing watching us? Get in there and get all your yarns wound and labeled right now. Come back and watch us when you get done with that. Okay, for
Yes, and
those who are not going to do
if
it.
you don't have the kit, I'm thinking the pattern is sold on Ravelry, I think. So it must
Ooh,
have
can
the
you imagine putting that
instructions.
thing together?
I think you could do it. It's just gradients of one color and gradients of another color, right? From
Okay,
light to
well,
dark. So you're going to show yours? Mine's really small just because I started last
okay,
night.
let me see yours though. So cute.
Three little
Looks like
diamonds.
It looks like a little beard for a Santa beard. Don't get me started laughing because
Okay,
then
don't
I'll
start
cough.
laughing because then you'll be coughing all over the place. Oh my goodness, Amy, look at how much you have done. That
Yep.
is so pretty.
And you want to see the back?
You
All
tied
my
in
ends are
all your ends.
because Nana said so.
I know. Look at all my
I
ends.
don't want I don't want Nana to fire me, so I gotta be a good look at yours.
Mine are
I
just
gotta be a good
haven't sewn
employee.
one in yet. So
That's okay.
I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that as I go
so
though.
if you know how to do the cozy memory blanket, that's all these little diamonds are. It's a central double decrease
Right. And
and
that's what I do on my blanket too.
yep. Okay, so very
Okay,
nice.
Amy, I forgot to look down again. I don't know why my microphone on my side just doesn't pick up as easily as yours. So pull it away a little bit further.
Maybe you're gonna have to get a headset like the control operator like me.
Well, maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask for one for Christmas.
Watch
You know
as
what I'm gonna
soon.
do, Aim?
What are you gonna do?
I'm thinking about getting my own MacBook Air. Maybe getting it
MacBook Air.
over Black Friday, trying to get a good deal. Because
And find
this one that I'm using is James Jr.'s. You know that.
Well, this one I'm using is Jared's, and he's coming home from basic training, and he's going to want to take it to school. So we
Yeah.
both are going to be needing to buy something new for our podcasts.
And this camera on this one just isn't as good. Like when I watch the replay when I'm editing and stuff, your picture is
Yeah.
like really crystal clear, and my picture's like
Huh.
blurry kind of. So I'm
Oh,
gonna try and get one that has
you
an
have.
upgraded
Yeah,
camera.
but the nice thing about having a
It
blurry
doesn't show any
picture, you
blemishes.
see, and then people say, "Well, I can see why Debbie's younger. She looks at least 5 years younger than that Amy old woman from Georgia."
I love this. I can't believe. Hold up yours again. I can't believe how much you have done. How long did it take you to do all that?
Well, I don't know. I started, and I haven't worked on it in a couple days, so
So pretty.
I'm really glad we went with this color because Debbie, I mean everybody's color choices are different, but you were leaning towards the blue colorways
Yeah, and
and
it's
looking
just
up on Ravelry,
mostly blue and gray. Not as much good
it's
contrast.
very no, it's not as much contrast. This was definitely so we're gonna wear these on Saturday, Rhinebeck Day. We're gonna be 20s,
Yep.
aren't we?
So if you want to join us and you have the pattern or you want to get the pattern, even if you're a beginner knitter, I don't think it's going to be that hard because it's
I don't
basically the
think
cozy
so.
memories blanket and a bunch of garter rows. I mean, really, the construction's kind of weird.
Picking up stitches.
You knit it all flat and then you fold it over your arms and then you seam up under your arms and
Yep.
that's it basically.
Yeah.
So,
We went up a needle size to a size 4 because like
right.
mother knows me and Debbie, we made I didn't think I knit on more of a tighter gauge, but I'd rather a sweater be a little
Yeah.
looser than too tight
Right. And this is only one size. And in order to make it bigger, you add more rows along
underneath.
the seams to make
Right,
it bigger. And
right.
I think you said you used the 3 needle and it was like a really dense
No,
fabric.
I didn't even try it.
Oh, you
Mom
didn't
said
try
it
it.
calls
Okay.
for 3, and Mom had recommended 4, so I just started on 4. I didn't
Okay.
even swatch it. I just put it. And it's a new cast on. Have you ever done the crochet cast on?
I think I've done that before, but
I've
it's
never
cool.
done
It
that. I
makes almost
like
like a
that.
slip stitch
Yes.
edge. Yeah.
Very nice edge. And actually, one of the socks I cast on, I used the same method.
Smart.
Very smart of
Stay
me.
smart.
I know this smart. That's just smart. Okay, so what else are you working on? Can you show any of your socks you've been working on?
Well, I want to show um, a test knit that I just finished.
Oh, yes, you must. From your BFF.
My BFF, yes. Hi,
I saw Tra-
Hohi, if you
I saw
will.
Tracy's.
I know. Hohi messaged me and asked if I'd be interested in testing her DK weight shawl that she just got released.
Notice she didn't ask me. That's
She knows that you can't follow a
okay.
pattern. And this
So
is
she's actually very smart.
smart.
She's just like that one that modified all the
Oh,
other patterns that she's
yes.
done of mine, either intentionally or unintentionally. She's definitely not the one to ask to test knit anything.
But
Okay,
she
Hohi.
loves you just the
Okay,
same.
I love her too.
Say hi to
Mwah.
her.
Hi, Hohi. I
Hi.
don't blame you for not asking me. I wouldn't ask me either.
So this is the yarn cruised northbound
Northbound
knitting.
knitting.
And I actually got these two skeins in one of the Fiberista club that I was a member of for a couple of months. It's called.
Hey, a club that you actually liked.
I actually used, well, some of the stuff I got is
I
very nice,
I
but it's not
know. Yeah,
not my style,
not your jam, as
not my
Tracy
jam.
says.
That's right.
Not your jam or
But this was
jelly.
definitely my jam. This is an MCN DK. It had a really high twist. There was 230 yards. I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to finish, and I was a little short on the final rows. Like I had to stop and bind off before I was done with the total number of rows, but I still think it turned out okay. The colorway is called Trench, and I used both of my skeins of this. This is how much
All
I
one
had.
color?
This is how much I had left.
Wow.
One
How could
little.
you knit something all in one color? That's hard for me to do. No wonder
That's
Hobie
another
doesn't
reason
ask
why
me
she
to do
probably
anything.
didn't
I
ask
know that's why.
you.
Because she can't do a dang thing right. That would be me. Oh, Debbie. Oh, that's a long, skinny.
Oops.
Wow. That came out, that blocked out beautifully, didn't it?
Yeah. See, so it has a wider, you do short rows. It has a
Yes.
wider garter stitch on the end, and
Right?
then the lace is really pretty in it.
Hold it still. That's really pretty, Debbie.
See, and then up on this end is where the
Of course, the
garter
garter's
gets
skinnier.
skinny. Yeah.
Very beautiful.
They're pretty.
You
The
wear a
only
lot of grays and blacks, so that definitely would. See, I don't wear any gray or black, hardly ever.
and this isn't gray. This is actually
Kind
it's
of
might must
brownish.
be getting blown out. It's kind of like an army green,
Oh, it's more of an olive.
olive khaki green kind
Ah,
of color.
cool.
And the only modification I did to it
Oh, you modified.
was the setup rows. You know, you do a garter tab, and her garter
Yes.
tab in the very beginning was just like a couple stitches, and then she increased, and then she started the pattern. And so what I did was
Because that makes a little point sometimes,
yeah,
depending on how
it's
you
hard to
block
block
it.
out. So I did like a garter tab that was long enough so that when I picked up the stitches along the garter tab, I had the right number of stitches to start right into the pattern.
Ah,
So I like eliminated the setup rows that were the triangle.
well,
And I
there
think
you
it
go.
worked pretty good. See,
You just worked yourself out of being asked again. Way to
maybe
go, Debbie. I love it.
it was
It's
fun.
very nice. It
I
looks
I kind of
beautiful.
felt bad because I was one of the last people to finish, but I had a crazy work week
You
and
had three other socks on the needles.
no, I didn't really start.
Oh,
Well, I had
so add.
maybe one other
See?
sock on the
Ah,
needles when I
mm,
started this. So,
it's okay.
so that's my FO. And then
Yay.
let me show really quick too, because I'm so thankful that I got a Nana sweater. It wasn't a Nana
Oh,
Beck
yes.
sweater, but
That
it's
wasn't Anna Beck.
no, but this is the sweater Mom finished for me.
That was a major undertaking.
I know.
Was it not?
Yes, because the pattern apparently I didn't read any of the notes from any of the people that posted on Ravelry that the pattern was a pita, if you know what I mean.
Well,
And
I
then
don't
this
think it
is
maybe was
this is
written
up the
correctly.
sleeve.
That
So,
is beautiful.
so I had knit up to where you put the sleeve onto the body,
Like me.
the easy part,
Yeah,
and
the easy
then
part like I did on mine.
and I had about that much of the sleeves done. And then
Yep,
mom finished the sleeves and then she put it together and put it on. And it actually is supposed to be a V-neck, but it didn't. It was too hard to do the
for
V-neck
her to.
part, so mom made it more like a boat neck. I don't know. You want me to put it on?
Yes, I do. Your
I'm
hair
gonna.
looks nice, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna be
It's
sweltering.
not as light on the bottom as it was last time.
Yeah. Well, I had her. She didn't do anything to the bottom, but I had her add a lot of light
Oh,
into the top to blend it in better.
looks good.
I can't believe she got this to fit me perfectly. I thought it was going to be way too small.
Is it nice and warm? Oh, Debbie, that looks so pretty. Wow. She is a good one.
It fits
That Nana,
perfectly.
that knitting Nana. It does look
Pretty.
so good, Debbie.
And it comes just to the top of like my pockets in the back, the
Yep.
pockets of my jeans.
Oh, how pretty.
Is it perfect?
Pullovers are, yes, pullovers are challenging for
But you know what?
this.
I'll wear it in the winter time if we ever get a winter time. It's halfway through November and it's 85 degrees outside. I'm
I
telling you, I'm
know.
so sick of this weather. I'm
Yep.
ready for the rain and I'm ready for cold.
Well, I woke up this morning and I was like, I couldn't tell what, there was something going on. I said, what is that noise? It was raining. We haven't had rain literally in months. I mean, not hard. It was just enough to wet the ground. It stopped now, but I was really surprised. But now in
Thank
Georgia
you,
here, it's
Nana.
Nana, you did such a good job.
I love it. I can't wait to wear it.
That may be the last one that she actually finishes
I
for us
know.
because that was really, you completely ruined all of my future finishing projects because of that sweater right there. I'll have you know. Thank you very much, Debbie.
I'm sorry. I had no idea.
Okay, should we talk some socks?
Sure. Sock talk.
There are some socks that I cannot show for future reasons you will find out later on, but I've actually knit a whole pair and another whole sock that I cannot show. So I've been, in the last few weeks, I've been doing some major knitting. I just finished, you want me to go first?
Sure.
I finished this sock last night and I've already started the second one since I do mine on 9-inch circs. This is my this is Primrose Yarn Company. This is Witching Hour. And this is Roller Derby for the heels, cuffs, and toes. And of course, I do my
Amy, I
Io
love
Partridge.
I love the gray at the top, at the tippy
Don't you? The
top.
very little top. Yep.
That's really cute. That's a cool pattern.
Yep. I made it up. I'm still tweaking around with it. I'm probably gonna put it up on Ravelry maybe in the new year. I was thinking about
Pretty.
maybe I was thinking about maybe doing a sock knit along for the month of February, like a Valentine's knit along.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about using this pattern. So I cast on the second this morning. So I've
cute.
just been,
That
that's what
roller
happens.
derby, is that hedgehog you said? No.
No, it's Primrose. Both are
Oh,
Primrose.
primrose.
Yeah, Witching Hour and Roller Derby. I got two little mini skeins of the Roller Derby.
Does that have gray in it?
Has little flecks of gray in it,
That's
almost the same
pretty.
sort of gray. And Witching Hour, it's not coming out so perfect. It's got like it's got a
Army
little bit
green.
more, a little bit more of a green tonal. Yeah.
That roller derby, it reminds me kind of like a sunset sky with little gray
Yes.
clouds in it.
Clouds.
It's really
Yeah.
pretty. I
Really
like
pretty.
that. Really pretty.
Yeah. So that's that one. So what's one of yours?
Okay, so one of mine is I turned both heels yesterday. This is the new Lolo's new base called Plush Sock in the um,
Cornucopia.
cornucopia colorway. Yes, thank you.
Love that.
And I'm making blueberry waffle socks. And here's my socks. That's the back bottom.
I've never made a blueberry waffle sock, nor have I made a vanilla sock ever.
I love blueberry waffle.
They fit nice and snug because they have that sort of basket weave. It's not really a basket weave, I shouldn't say. It's not really basket weave.
They're really
Pretty.
they're really
Look how
comfy.
that's kind of a
It's
diagonal
yeah, it's like swirl. It's like
stripe.
spiraling.
I wonder if she did that on purpose. You think?
I don't
She
know.
probably did. She's smart like that.
But I like how the toes are kind of more speckly and the heels are more speckly.
Pretty.
Um,
Very beautiful.
so I'm getting my recipe down. I don't know why it looks so dark in here. I'm getting
Finally.
my recipe down of how much I have to knit before I start increasing a little bit, and then I have put my
Hmm.
fish lips kiss heel in here.
Is that your
So
favorite heel?
I think so because I have it memorized and it's easy for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. It's like
Um,
the eye of partridge for me. It's just fits me perfect. I have it memorized. I don't have to look at any pattern, which I
but you
think is
can't do eye
against
of
my
partridge
religion.
with toe up.
Well, that's why I don't do toe up.
Yes. Well, with mine, I can knit
I know.
until I run out of yarn, and that's what I almost did with those. I love
And you
those.
know what? Has there ever been anything invented? I was thinking about you because you split your ball in two. Wouldn't that be cool if there was a ball winder that was also a scale?
Well, I'll tell you how I do it. I
How do you do it?
actually now I've learned about how many grams are in one sock. And I have
Right.
about I think it's about 35 or so grams in one sock. So I ball up the yarn with one ball. I take the ball, I set it on my scale. Then I pull from the center or the outside, either one, and I start winding until 35 grams has been depleted from the
Oh, so you
ball
wind the entire skein into one
first.
ball.
Yes. And
Then
then
you,
I skein off
gotcha.
one ball so that when I have left, I don't have two little balls left. I just have one ball left. So one ball's bigger than the other while I'm knitting.
Oh,
And when this one gets depleted all the way down and I'm done my socks, then I have my leftovers in one ball. Make
only
sense?
an only an engineer would be able to figure that out.
Yes. Well, I didn't do it
It's
from the
very
get
smart.
go. I have a couple double sets of balls that are the same size, but I did learn it eventually. So,
Well, we'll
so
just
yeah,
move right on from two sets of balls to
and
one
it's so funny
ball.
because these socks are generally, green, red, and like a
Gold.
golden, warm
Yes.
golden color. So it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
Christmassy, with the red, green, and
Yes.
gold. The
Yes.
other socks I'm working on, guess what colors they are?
Red, green, and gold.
But different. Pink, green, and yellow. But I mean, basically the same three colors. These are my other socks. And look, they're also spiraling.
Debbie, why have I haven't seen those? Oh, yes,
These are
they're Connie's.
funny.
Yeah, I only saw the tips. What
So
pattern is that?
this is Mina's driftwood pattern.
Oh, yes, so cute.
Isn't it cute?
Very
And then this is the back. I didn't even
cute,
realize when I cast
Debbie.
these both on that they're both the same colors, basically, which is really
Cute.
cool.
Yeah,
For Christmas.
very, very sweet.
So that's Chili Knits yarn, Connie. And this is the skein I got at Rybeck. This is her Let's Dance colorway. And
That's
it
one she
has
gifted you.
yeah, it has like pops of turquoise in it and the hot pink and yellow
Like
and
like the sock blank behind your head.
yes, that's Andy's sock blank. I
And you've
like
got
the same
another
kind of
neon
color.
yellow. You've got another neon yellow up on your,
That's what I used for
is
the
that a
toe.
gradient? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same skein.
Did I show my scrappy socks? I mean, I know I
Yeah, you did,
finished
I
them at
think.
Rhinebeck. I did show my scrappy socks.
Oh, they're so cool, Aim.
Yeah. And so that was fun.
Those are
Um,
awesome.
thank you. And I will show my other socks. I guess maybe since we're talking about socks, this will be a good time to talk about my new collaboration, shall I?
Yes, it's so exciting.
Okay, so maybe some of you have already caught the Grocery Girls podcast that went up a couple days ago, but Jody, Mrs. Brown's Bags, Christy, Yarn Cafe Creations, and I are in a collaboration for the Flying Seagull Socks kit.
Yay.
And what you will get is you will get my sock pattern. If you can see it a little bit closer, you will get a Mrs. Brown's bags that I knit the sample of the pattern with some of the pumpkin colorway stripes. And you will also get a skein of the Ocean Mist colorway from Christy and the pumpkin mini that goes with it.
That's so cool.
I know it's cool. So it'll be in Mrs. Brown's bag shop this Friday, the 18th at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right?
Hmm.
And there are only 100 kits available. So be ready. I already have people messaging me, some of my sweet little friends that live nearby me, saying, I want one of those kits and I'm going to be at work. And I said, well, you think I had these kits in my closet, but I don't. I hope I get one of these kits. I even told Jody, save a bag for me because I want one. Don't sell them all.
I think she'll
So,
make one for you. She typically makes one for the yarn dyer that she
oh,
collaborates with. So hopefully she'll put one aside for you.
it was really funny, but one of my girlfriends, she was just like, oh, okay. So sorry, I
Yeah,
don't
we
have
only
much of
have
it
so
on
much
this.
pull. Yeah.
I know we only have so much pull. So the Flying Seagull socks, I'm so excited that Jody, I had messaged her and had talked to Christy and so,
So you
and
need
she
to
probably,
you need to tell them what the tagline under the title of the sock says.
oh yeah, so it says it's the Flying Seagull. Oh, let me also talk about how to download the pattern too once you get it. Underneath the Flying Seagull socks title, it says the one that stole my French fry and pooped on my head. Because that's the flying seagulls we're talking about. Because when we would go to the beach every year, we would take our French fries from leftovers
From
out after
Campbell's
dinner
Seafood,
from
yes.
Campbell's Seafood, and inevitably it would always be Wendy that the seagulls poop on. That's just the way it always happened.
Yep.
But so what will happen is you will get in the kit, you will get the yarn, you will get the actual paper printed pattern of the socks and the bag. So I think what Jody had said, she is going to put a sticker at the top of your pattern that has a coupon code, which I'm still organizing and figuring out in Ravelry. This is something I haven't done yet. But you can go over to Ravelry, put in the coupon code, and download the pattern for free so you can have it in your library for
Yes, we're
those who buy
hoping
the
she can
kit.
figure out how to do that because otherwise, now that she's already said it on the podcast, there's no going
It
back.
must happen. Well, I messaged Hohi like Jody said, and you said too, and she must be busy, or she may be saying that's the one that we're not going to talk to that one. So, Hohi, if you don't message me back regarding this matter, I don't blame you. Okay, but I'll try to figure it out.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yes.
So is
So,
that all the
anyway,
socks you have? Because
that's all
I
the
have.
socks that I can actually show.
Okay, so I have a third sock that I just cast on last night because
Are you
I.
just like the sock knitting mama?
Well, let me tell you what inspired these socks because I watched Candace's Pin Feather and Pearls podcast
Yes.
last night, and the previous one. So they're in the middle of doing what they're calling the Space Socks
Yes.
Cal knit along, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And I went over there before, and I was actually going to make Connie's yarn into a spacey sock, but then the pattern that I found, I didn't really end up liking very much.
Why
So
were you
I
going to make it like just because the colors seemed kind of out there or
no, just
neon
because I
or?
wanted to join the cowl,
Oh,
and I
okay.
was going to find a pattern that was a
Okay.
spacey themed pattern. But the one I found, I started to knit, and then I realized it was mostly pearls, and I was like, I don't want to do all these pearls all the time, mostly pearls.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
went over and I got hers on Mina's pattern. And then when I watched last night, Candace's latest podcast, she did tell me, and everybody else that she was talking to,
Oh, I
is
thought she
speaking
was talking
directly
to you.
to me.
That's what I thought. She's like, oh, and by the way, this is a
This
side note
is
for
for
Debbie.
Debbie.
Debbie, are you listening?
I did actually message her and ask her if that pattern that she's doing actually does require a cable needle. And she said on her podcast that you don't need a cable needle since it's
Ah, yes,
single
it's a
twist,
right twist or a left
a left
twist.
twist. So
Right.
that I was like, yes, because I want to make the socks that she's making. And I wish I had printed the
I'll show
picture
you. I'll tell you how to do it. I'll tell
picture
you how
of
to
them.
do it, Debbie.
Actually, I
It's
do
very
have a
easy.
picture. I know how to do it. I've done it.
Oh,
But I
excuse
wanted to
me.
show you the picture. They are called, and I'm going to also copy um, Candace and only do the pattern up the foot and the front of the leg. They're called Speckled Space Socks.
Now, why will you only do the front of the leg?
I don't know because can you see?
Yes, they're pretty and they should go all the way around to the back.
I don't know. When I put my Fish Lips Kiss heel in, I don't know. But it's funny because it looks like the pattern that is in the middle, it makes like a V like that, and it
Yes.
marches up. The pattern that's in the middle of that V is actually the same pattern that's in Nina's Driftwood socks.
Oh,
It's
really?
like,
The
yeah, it
slip
makes like a
stitch.
little
Mm-hmm.
bar across. It's really
Mm-hmm.
pretty. So I cast those on last night. I just got this much done. I'm at the point now where I can add, I'm going to start the pattern. I just got the toes on.
Ooh, pretty. What yarn are you using? That's pretty.
This is Berimbula barefoot sock in her. It's got little
Prince.
tiny specks of
Ah,
gold and
yes.
rust brown. Um,
Ice Princess? Ice
no,
and Princess? No.
no, it's her mint julep, not mint julep. What's the name of the drink that has the mint
Mint
leaves
julep.
in it?
Mint julep.
I can't remember.
Yes.
Is it mint
People are
julep?
screaming. Yes, people are screaming at you saying mint julep, Debbie.
Okay, okay. Anyway, I'm going to
Cute.
start when I'm uploading the
Yeah.
podcast. I'm going to start the pattern. And this one, I'm actually doing a 60 stitch sock on
Like
a
me.
2.5 millimeter needle instead of a
Which is what?
2.25. It's a 1.5
Oh,
because um, um, Vicky's yarn, her barefoot sock is a very plump, thick,
right.
almost, I swear, it almost feels like it's sport weight. It's not, but it plumps up
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
nicely. So that's what I'm trying with
That's going to be
this.
pretty.
So I'm going to
Ooh,
do the
love that.
pattern from the 56 stitch sock and have one stitch on either side as extra. And
For your
then,
fish lips kiss?
yeah, I'm going to do a fish lips kiss and then we'll see how it goes. So thank you, Candace, for telling me that I don't need a cable needle because that really scared and turned me off. I didn't want to have to do a cable needle with socks. That would have been.
Well, there's some beautiful socks out there, and then you read it, and that's why I don't
Uh,
follow patterns. I make my own because I'm like, oh, I would love that sock, but oh my gosh. And that's why when I write my sock patterns, I make them as intuitive and as memorizable as possible. Yes, very pretty. Ooh, nice. That'd be
so
a pretty wrap too.
yeah.
And I didn't realize until you held up your little driftwood socks. Remember my little button socks that I made a while back?
Oh yeah. Is that
It's
Mina's
very
pattern?
no, it's I didn't even know her pattern looked a little bit like this. It is different from hers, but it does have the same little bit of like same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hers
just thought
isn't
of
a
those.
slip stitch.
No,
Or
it's a no, I know, it's not
I
a
don't
slip
know.
stitch.
But it's part of her Beyond Vanilla Socks pattern. It was the last pattern in the Beyond the Vanilla Socks that she released. Okay, are you ready to show some enabling?
Oh, am I ready? I don't know if anybody else is ready. They may want to take a potty break and go get some tea and a drink of water because I've got piles of stuff here that's non Rhinebeck related that we need to start talking about. Where shall we even start?
Well, why don't you just go ahead? Because I have a little bit too, and I actually bought some books from Amazon this past week that came in that I'm
Oh,
excited
books.
about.
Okay. Anne, and I know, did you get
Yeah.
Ann Tudor's stuff? Okay, let's talk about her
Okay.
stuff. She was so sweet. Anne was one of our, I don't know, Debbie. I guess I would really say she was probably one of our first periscoping peeps that we met
Yeah.
watching Sue a year ago. And Anne was so sweet. She's a glass artist. She blows, well, she does, well, I don't know if you call it blowing glass, but she makes glass pieces on a torch, stitch markers.
Aunt
Yeah,
Tudor
and
LLC.
here's her little cool card.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't have mine.
Is that centered?
Yep, looks good. Your
Okay.
nails look great
And
too, by the way.
I know, I see there, it's all part of it's matchy matchy. Okay. So she's making some of these new stitch markers that are glass and they're circular.
And
And
look
I
at
have to,
mine.
oh, Debbie, look how pretty yours are. Yep.
Mine are red. This one's blue and white and green, and then I have red, white, and green, and then I got this little clear one with little blue and white like swirls in it.
Mine are red and blue, red, white, and blue. I mean, how
Is
fitting,
that?
right?
I can never tell if these focus.
Yes. Yes, you can see well. So I can't wait to try them. Um, because I use stitch marks. Oh, I've got a whole red one. I use stitch
They're
markers
so pretty.
primarily. Yeah, and I don't know how she does that without them breaking for my socks. So thank you, Anne. Go
She
over
asked
and
us
check her
if we
shop
would be
out.
willing to test them out to see how they
Yep,
felt, like durability wise, and it seems
and
like they're
width and how
really
big.
they're
They
pretty
look like
sturdy.
they're, yes. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I'm not going to test it, but I can't wait to use those too. I'm going to stick those on my socks.
Here, a good way of testing it.
Okay.
I didn't bite hard, but it didn't break. So, Anne, thank you so much. I'm going to actually put them on my socks that I'm working on right now and try them out, and I will let you know. So, and she's got, oh gosh, did she post something this morning? She's got little Santa Claus and she's got little Christmas tree stitch markers
Really?
with a little tiny colored balls on a They are the cutest. They are to die for. I've got to go over and get some little of her little Christmas tree stitch markers. They're just adorable. Okay, so we want to talk about that. Okay, so
And real
where do
quick,
you want?
let me just insert here again a little bit of news. Today, I'm going to close the thread for the November birthday swap.
Yes.
So last month I was so late because Rybeck and everything. It was almost the end of the month before I even paired people up. So I'm really sorry, you guys, that I did that. I totally forgot. I got back and was sick,
Your
and
secretary's fallen down on the
I
job.
know she is falling down. So I'm going to do that today, and we have probably half a dozen people that are in there to do the swap. So
Okay,
that'll be good.
good.
And have you heard anything about our fiber unicorn?
Gabby. No, I haven't heard anything about Gabby. I haven't even looked up to see where she's at. She was going to, I sent her off to, who did I send her off to? Somebody in the States.
Gabby, I thought. No.
No.
What was her name?
Hold on, let me pull it up. You show some, you
Okay,
enable
I'll
while
show
I
my
look this
books.
up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to look up and
So I
check
bought
out.
this book.
I have that one.
You have it?
I do.
You do? Oh, wow. Do you like
Did you
it?
buy a second one?
No, I didn't buy a second
Yeah.
one, thank goodness.
Okay, okay. Yes, I do
So
like it.
this has once I got it, I was like, oh, most of these are kind of not basic beginner, but there's a lot of variety here. So I'm gonna test it out, test drive it for a little while, and see how I like it. But this may end up becoming a giveaway at some point.
Mm.
Then I also bought this, and the main reason why I bought the extra one is because the last book I'm going to show in here was the main reason why I went on Amazon to get it. I had this Amazon money that showed up because there was, and didn't remember Sue talking about it, where they made mistakes on how they charged people for Kindle books, and so they had to give us a refund.
Oh,
I had like
oh,
$100
oh.
in there, and I was
Wow,
able to get free shipping, same day free shipping
nice.
if I had over a certain amount that I spent. So I bought this book too.
Ooh, Debbie, I don't have that one. Ultimate Knit Stitch Bible.
Yes, and this one has all kinds. The only thing that is different about this one than the other one we have is it doesn't have any of the stuff charted. It's all
What do you
just
mean?
written
Oh,
out.
it's
Oh
all.
no, I lied. I guess there are some charts in there.
Oh, okay.
Some of the cables have
Ooh,
charts.
neat.
Yeah. And then the real reason why I went on Amazon to buy a book, um, I think I'm falling down another rabbit hole.
It better be project bag related. Quilt as you go.
Quilt as You Go made
Whose
modern. And
book?
this Sarah Lovesock Wool, if I have problems, I'm going to be calling you. I need to get your phone number. She is the one that
She
has
is
been
probably.
talking about this book all the time. She vows by it. She makes all of her quilts using this
But
method. And you
but is it just for
basically,
quilting?
no, because I'm going to use it for my bags.
Yes,
I'm
that's
going
what
to
I
use it to
thought.
make the front of my
Yes.
bags. I can
Very
quilt the
smart.
front before I put them
Very smart.
together. but you kind of are able, look at this picture, Aim. You're kind of able to quilt the squares before you put them all
Yes.
together.
Wasn't that one of Sue's recommendations when we were
Maybe.
at Rhinebeck? It was. She says, "Why
So
don't you just?" Or
I
one of
have
the
to,
girls said,
yes, I have to spend some time just reading through the first several pages on this, and because I haven't done any sewing recently because my back has been bad again. My back's getting worse, Amy. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a doctor's
"I don't."
appointment the day before Thanksgiving, but
You may need to get an injection in your SI joint.
I know I might need to. Because that little pack of steroids that they gave me, it worked for a few days, and then it was like, no,
Right.
it's not working anymore. So
Do you guys know what post we were on? Can't seem to find because I know. Okay, wait a minute. Um, okay, Nick Gurley had it last, right? Okay, Carlenergy.
Carlina
That's who
G,
I sent it to.
right?
Number
That's right.
25.
Okay,
Okay, so the next person after Carlenergy
I haven't even searched to on
is going to be
Instagram.
Apron Addict. It's coming to California, so it's
Oh,
going to come to Apron
Susie.
Addict.
Okay,
Yep. And then Jenny Rakoto. Oh, she's a guest. See why not? Well, no, that's okay.
yeah.
And then it's going to come to Joe Karen.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when you get Gabicorn, just go over and look on the Periscoping Sisters Rivalry group on Traveling Fiber Unicorn. Sign up, find out who's in front of you, and message them and say, "Hey, I need your address. Let me send Gabicorn over to you." So try to get her in and out of your house within a week,
It
if you
looks
can.
like Carlina G hasn't posted anything on Instagram
Okay, well, I
of
hope you
having
got
her.
her because
So,
I sent them probably a couple weeks ago.
oh my gosh, there's so many cute pictures of her all over the place in different places.
Oh, Gabicorn, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Got distracted
Okay,
there, people.
getting back to things.
Yes.
Okay,
And
another
just so
thing
you
I
know, we're
do.
at 47 minutes.
Okay, blah 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 blah. I told
Blah,
them to
blah.
go get something to drink.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Christy again. Yarn Cafe Creations. She has a new podcast. It's called Girl in the Yarn Cafe, and she put out a really cool um trailer, like a
Mm-hmm.
little quick little movie thing right
Yeah.
before Halloween, and then she did another like a 7-minute podcast that just introduced herself. Well, then she had her finally first one. She's calling them cups. Like I
So
don't even know what
cute.
skein. What is this? Was skein
We're Skein
18?
18. Yeah.
Okay, so she has cup one up, and she is
She's
just
sweet.
adorable.
Yeah.
I love her. So I was knitting
And she has
with a mini.
a lot of really cool ideas. She's very
Oh,
creative with what's got
very
going
creative.
on. So you guys
She's
need to
very
go over there.
creative. And her yarns are just her fluffy sock base. Oh my gosh.
I know
It's
Jody
like
and
it's got
Tracy were
cashmere.
raving about her on their
Oh,
podcast.
it's so Debbie, have you used any of
Yes.
hers?
Railcar.
Okay. Oh, that's right, Railcar. Okay, so I was knitting with a mini and I thought this reminds me of like a blue jean colorway. So I messaged her. Yes, that's that is Railcar. Oh, one of my other most favorite colorways. Very cool. So I said, could you make me up a colorway that is sort of like a pair of blue jeans? I said, take from your inspiration, like my boyfriend's blue jeans. And even though I don't have a boyfriend, and I used to be able to fit into Ronnie's jeans, and then I went to Rhinebeck, and I'm not really sure, haven't tried it out again. So she made up a colorway and listed in her shop, and she has this colorway available. It's called My Boyfriend's Blue Jeans.
Oh, so cool. I thought you were
Isn't
going to
that
knit up.
I
Get
not
on
yet.
that.
I am. I'm going to have to.
Are you going to make a shawl with that or socks or what?
I might, yes, because then she threw in this
Ooh,
purple skein. Look how pretty that purple goes. You see
yeah.
that dark purple? I thought this might be really cool as something. Oh my gosh, you guys,
It's
you have
so
no idea how
fluffy.
it is so soft. So my boyfriend's blue jeans is a brand new colorway to Yarn Cafe Creations, and she is actually, I messaged her this morning and she is dyeing them up right now as we speak. So there'll be
Okay.
some in her shop. So
Okay.
go over and get some. Thank you, Christy.
Look
She
at my
lives in
box of
Utah.
socks.
Look in your box of socks. Oh, Debbie, you need a bigger box of socks.
No, because I have room over here for the
Room?
last four. Last
Okay.
two. Because I need 12. And that pair right there
This one?
fits right in here.
Yes.
And that's 10 pairs I've knit. So I need to finish 2 more out of these 3 pairs before the end of the year. And then I can be in the box of socks, Cal, with Kristen.
Okay. Okay, what else do you have?
So I have some yarn from Artistic Lily that I purchased before we went to Rybeck.
Yes.
And I got 2 skeins. Oh, and by the way, this is still her old card. She has a new card, I think. But she attached the cutest little progress keepers on each of these skeins of yarn. So I caked one up.
Oh, Debbie. What color is that called? That is beautiful.
It's purples and browns, and
Looks like a birch with purple.
it's called Birchberry.
Birchberry. See? Perfect colorway name.
And this is her cozy cashmere sock, 382 yards, 80-10-10.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Ellie, you did it this
And
time.
to go with that, I bought, oh, I already skeined it up, balled it up, some of this. This is her baby yak.
Oh, yes. What are you making with those?
I don't know yet, but I think they're going to go together.
Ooh.
This isn't showing up very well, but it's a chocolate brown. This is a taupey brown, light brown, and then the speckle with the
I bet
purple.
you a pure joy with some couple little interesting stripes
Lighter
with at
stripes
the
in there.
end. But
Ooh, yeah.
the main body of the birchberry.
You know my new shawl design that I was thinking about? Do you remember
Yes.
when I sent the picture to you?
Yes.
I could
Oh, that
use
might be pretty.
this for the main color and then some
The
stripes.
stripes.
This.
Yes, I think so. If you hurry up and knit it, that'd be a perfect Christmas gift. I'm just saying, moving right along.
Hey, speaking of Christmas gift, I
Yes.
sent you a package and you're not allowed to open it until our next podcast. Okay? So don't
Oh,
do like I did and
we're
not see the writing on the box. So when I bought that, I couldn't resist. I saw this in her shop too. This is
Is
called
it a
birthday confetti. And
oh,
this is also her cozy cashmere socks. I'm gonna have some seriously squishy
warm socks?
toes.
Yes, it better get cold there in San Diego. I saw that. That is so pretty, Debbie.
Look at the neon
Oh,
speckles, orange and pink
wow.
and purple and blue. It's like a rainbow.
And
You
look, there's
guys,
still so much light on it, which I
light,
love.
yes. And look at that beautiful little progress keeper. You guys
Artistic
need
Lily.
to go
Ellie,
over
she's so
there.
awesome. She's awesome.
I can't
Beautiful,
wait.
beautiful work.
I have so much sock yarn. I have so many socks on the needles, but this might have to be on my needles too.
Debbie, if you wouldn't do them two at a time, you could hurry up and get them done quicker.
No, then they're both done at the same time. And I don't have to worry about second sock syndrome.
Well,
You
that's
do it
true.
your way. You know I'm going to do
Okay,
it my way.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so before we went to Rhinebeck, I went and I had to buy Up in Yarns, the Mermaid Collection mini set.
Oh, I saw that on Instagram.
Yep.
Take it
They
out
are
of the
so,
packaging.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Since I don't think I have anything more to show, can I knit on my sock while you're
Yes, go ahead, knit on your
talking?
sock and don't pay attention to me.
I'm going to pay
Okay,
attention. I can do 2 things at once.
aquatic home,
Wow.
uh, scaly tail.
How many grams are in each of those? Are
They
they
are
20?
all They are that's 80, 10, 10, 100 yards.
So it's MCN also?
Yes.
Ooh.
Shell bra. Fishy friends.
Oh, that's cute. Are you going to make some stripy socks with that?
Yes. Temptress tresses.
I'm just saying Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Debbie is wishing she had some stripy socks from her sister. Just saying. Is that what that was?
Yes.
Okay, that's what that was. All
I
right, we'll
love
see.
that. Those are beautiful.
Aren't they? Pretty,
Yep.
pretty, pretty.
Very pretty.
Up in yarns.
And
Okay.
this plush sock from Lolo feels like MCN to me. Totally.
Speaking of, yes, and Lola was very, very sweet, and I haven't gotten mine on the needles just yet, but she sent me, she was so sweet to send me a skein as well, but
What
it
color
wasn't
did you get?
cornucopia. She sent me her raspberry beret.
Oh, Amy, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is beautiful. I love the contrast with the really dark purple in there.
Yep. The dark purple and the pops of this orange.
Orange.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you, Lauren, so much. It is
You'll
very,
love
it's
knitting.
very, it's plump.
You'll love knitting with it. It's
I can't
just
wait to try.
so, it's very similar to Barenvola's barefoot sock.
Uh-huh.
Plump like
Hmm.
that. And it's got this beautiful sheen from the it's got something in it that's different. What is that called?
It's called wool.
No, here, I have it right here.
Tencel.
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 Yeah, the
10%
tencel.
tencel. 75, 15, and 10% tencel.
Yeah. Okay, what
You're
else you
right.
got?
It's like a shimmery. Okay. Um the father son dyers from Pennsylvania who are exclusive in my local yarn shop, which is yarn.rehab.
Yarn deck. Oh, look at that.
This reminds me of a lot of the Into the World
Yeah,
colorways. Look at this.
yeah. Ooh, that's going to be cool.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes. You might just have to knit a vanilla sock. I'm just saying.
I might. Because it would almost be, you almost should be hung if you did something other than a vanilla sock in this colorway, wouldn't
Or
you?
like, you know what you could do that would look beautiful, Amy, is
Corsage is the name of it.
you should try the vanilla latte sock. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and
I think I did.
it's
It has
mostly,
one rib.
yes. There's two like
Yes, I
six
think I've
and
done that.
two.
I think the cast on I think the first true, well, no, I lied. Maybe the second true pair of socks that I ever knit was the Christmas Eve cast on for with Danny
Mm-hmm.
Little Bobbins, and I think I used the vanilla latte pattern.
But it's not just a plain rib because the rib is actually knit pearl. It's like a garter
Oh, then I didn't. I probably modified that pattern too. Golly.
without even
So
knowing it.
this is one way to keep everybody from asking for you to test knit things. Not that I wouldn't mind. It's just you may not get a product that you were expecting. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so remember I was telling you that I had bought two kits from Vicky back in the beginning of
Yeah.
September, and I thought they were lost, and I'm thinking, oh my God, are they going to come? And I messaged her, and I thought, girlie, I don't want to bug you, but I'm afraid my babies are lost. And then they came. I was just like, yay, they came. So I'm trying to think which two were together in what. I don't remember, but I'm just going to show you each one. This is Swamp. These are all in her everyday sock. This is a swamp colorway.
The
Isn't that
barefoot sock,
beautiful?
right? Barefoot sock.
Bare Everyday Merino.
That's not sock. Yeah, that's 100% merino. That's
Okay,
not sock.
but it's gonna be socks, maybe.
That's
Don't
a
tell
great. You
anybody.
are you gonna make Ronnie some socks?
he's been trying on socks because I made a man sock, don't tell anybody. And he keeps saying, "Are you done with my sock?" And I said, "These are not your socks. You know you would never wear them." He said, "I know, you're right." So no, the answer is no, I'm not knitting
He
any socks
wouldn't
for my husband.
he wouldn't wear
No,
them like slippers
no,
around the house?
no,
You have
no.
hardwood
But you know what he
slippers?
does wear? I know, but he does wear little black shorties around the house.
Make him shorty
He might.
socks.
He might wear shorty
I
socks.
bet
Okay,
you
so
if
that's
you
swamp.
made him shorty socks for Christmas, he would totally wear them because he would feel like he had to wear them. And then he might just love.
Well, well, he might just love them even more. That's true. Okay, so here's another from Baron Vula. Pixie.
Oh, wow.
Isn't
That's
that pretty?
pretty. Purple and green. I'm not surprised.
That's all I do. That's what's wrong with me. That's all I do. Indian summer.
Ooh, Amy, you went with a lot of like neutrally greeny colors.
I know, but I got to branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think swamp and Indian summer were together as
Oh.
a couple. And
Uh-huh.
maybe this other one was together. Look at this one, truffle.
Oh my gosh. That.
And I think that went
Yes.
with Pixie. I think
Yes.
Pixie and Truffle were together in her shop as a couple.
That's pretty, Aim.
Isn't that
That would make it
pretty?
beautiful because I love you, Rat.
Why, yes. Yes, it would. That's another pattern I never knit up from the actual pattern yet.
Have you knit any other than socks? Have you knit any of your patterns?
Let me think. Okay, we did the random act of color, which I haven't finished, but I do have the prototype, which is just like the one. Okay, don't roll your eyes. I saw that. Okay, so I have that one.
Oh, you did
My
the
Oy vey wrap. I did the 3 pips, yes.
okay.
And my Oy vey wrap and my Because I Love You cow. Yes, I've got lots.
Okay.
Lots. Okay, so did you have the little gift that Spicy Homemaker Melissa sent you? Oh, you didn't get it yet. I can't show it. I'll have to
No,
wait. You
no.
haven't gotten yours yet. Okay, I'll wait to show mine. She's just a she's just a little sweet baby sending us little gifts. Okay, so I wanted to show you a bag of gift yarn from Cappy, the Yarn and
Oh,
I
okay.
that we met at Rybeck. Okay, you see this?
Oh my goodness. She
This
sent
whole
you
bag of
all
yarn?
of that?
Yes. A lot of it's Felici. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
and I've already made a sock head hat. I mean, look at these awesome colorways. Look at all this.
Did
I
she
mean,
already
she's
make
just
something
going
out of
crazy.
it and it's leftovers or she just sent
No, she was destashing stuff, some nitpick stuff.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, and some solid stuff. I mean, Cappy, that was just so not, what is that called?
Necessary.
Necessary. It was so not necessary. But she has got the Yarn and I podcast. She's got a couple videos up. She has got the coolest background in the room where she sits with her stash and her
Really?
lamp and this really cool golden like goldeny orange quilted wall hanging. So cool. So go over and check out Cappy at the Yarn and I podcast, Yarn and Me, because Yarn and I was one of her names and she changed it to Yarn and Me. Hold on just a minute. Let me just double check because I don't want to get myself in trouble. I always screw things up on the podcast and then people say, "Yeah,
You were
ding
wrong.
dong, you said the wrong thing." Okay, hang on a minute, Cappy. Let me pull you up.
I don't think I have anything else to show. But oh, I remember. I was going to tell people I'm gonna
Oh.
show and get people's votes of what they think about what I'm gonna do with my Madewell, if they think it'll work right.
Oh, yes. Well, why don't you show that because you only showed that on your
So
um
this is yarn that I bought from my good friend. You guys know who I love, Vicky from Berenbula. This is
Okay, let me just finish the thought with
okay.
Cappy.
Finish.
She is the Yarn and Me on Instagram, no spaces. Her podcast is the Yarn and I That's her Etsy. But the Yarn and I Cappy is on YouTube,
Okay.
and it looks like that.
Okay. Purple
Okay,
dot.
purple dot that says the Yarn and I. Okay, moving
Okay.
on.
So
Tell us about your
yarn,
Madewell.
this yarn I'm going to make a Madewell out of. But and again, look at how, see how fluffy and
Yes,
plump her yarn
yes,
is? I mean, it's
yes.
very plump for a fingering. And this is 65% virgin wool, merino extra fine, and 35% mulberry silk. So it's going to have a really beautiful sheen. The colorway is called the Best Gray Ever.
So pretty.
And there are 437 yards per skein. So what's 437 times 3? You got your calculator?
Okay,
Secretary.
engineer. Yes.
437,
437 times 3.
12,
1311.
1,300 yards. So I don't think,
Plus,
if I make a large or an extra large in the Madewell, I don't think
you
that's
need
going
an
to be
extra
enough
skein.
yards. So I have this, which is also Vicky's Berenvula. This is her
How
barefoot
much?
sock. This is another 437. This is 80/20.
You'll have 1750 almost. Love it.
So
Yes.
I figured I could stripe this like
Chelsea,
Chelsea did with her
featherweight.
featherweight. Thank you. Gosh, I don't know where my words are. Good
I
thing you're
don't know.
here.
I know, good
Isn't
thing.
that pretty?
I love that, Debbie. And you know, people don't always think first about putting together two
Variegated.
maybe variegated, but that gray is more, I would call that more of a tonal, even though the
Yeah.
tones are pretty far apart. I mean, there's some real light and real dark, but that would look beautiful with that variegated
But
skein.
there's
I
not a
really think
whole
so.
lot of dark in this. There's some spots of
Just,
dark, but it's
but mostly it's
mostly
light.
a tonal medium to light gray,
Yeah,
with this is very
that's
dark with pops
pretty.
of color.
I think that would look really pretty.
So comment in the YouTube channel what you think. If you
Oh,
think that,
speaking of YouTube channel comments, we've never given away, we hit our 3,000 subscribers for YouTube and we never did anything about it.
what should
What
we do?
nice hosts are we?
Should we let's put a thread up in the Ravelry group and have people comment on there about their favorite story that we've told on the podcast. Okay?
Okay. What's your favorite story that Debbie and I talked about on the podcast? And then we'll randomly draw next podcast and we'll give away the 3,000 subscriber giveaway. And it won't be a pile of rabbit turds. It'll be actually something.
Yes, I have some yarn that I want to give away.
I have, I've got, I've got plenty of it as well.
Maybe between now and then I'll make a bag. We'll see.
Maybe you should make a Zentangle bag since
Okay.
I'm the only one that has one. I think you should. Oh, see the Zentangle bag? See it? Yes.
I have one partially pieced, so I think maybe I could get that sewn up before next time.
Okay, so you, Debbie, you piece up the bag, which whatever colorway you want, and I'll
And it's
pick
going
out
to
a
be
skein for my end.
a different Zentangle than that design.
Yes, not the feather, something
Not the
different.
feather. Yeah.
It'll be a first. No one else. No one has any other Zentangle bags except me so far. So you figure up whatever colorway. Let me know what it looks like, and I'll pull a skein from my stash, and they'll get a prize from each
I
end of the
think it's going
country.
to be the same colors as yours because I already had
Oh,
some more
purples.
extra of that.
So that means I
I
have to give away one of my purple colorways? That's not fair. No, I'll
think
find
you have
something. I've got
plenty.
plenty.
You have
I
plenty
do have
of
plenty.
purples.
Okay, I've got plenty.
That's all I have. I
That's all
think.
you have? Are you out of words? You cannot be out of words.
Oh, you know
That's
what I want to
ridiculous.
show? I want to show these
Let me just make
because
sure I don't.
I want to see if put a comment in the comments at the end of this YouTube video if you guys would have any interest in these little things that I made. I'll put them in the Etsy store if you guys think you're
Are
interested in
they
that.
painted rocks like Kristen's
No,
gonna do?
but I
I
made
think she
these.
should.
I think I made these a long time ago, and they're kind of silly, but I don't know. I had some
Do I
left
know
over
what they
from.
are?
I don't think you do. I don't think you've seen them. So these are little
Surprise.
jeans pockets
Oh my gosh.
that are actually meant to hold your phone. You plug in your phone charger into the wall and you hang this on the charger, and then you can charge your phone and have it up off the counter.
I was going to say, or you can hold your phone in it and carry it around. Instead of carrying your phone, you can carry a purse that has your phone in it.
So I have a couple
Those
of
are
these.
cute, Debbie.
These I have this one with this little fabric on the back. I have this
Where did you think of
fabric.
that? Did you see it somewhere and say,
I
I want to
don't
copy that?
know. I think I saw it somewhere. This one is actually like a zippered little change purse with
I have
this
that
cute
fabric
little
on one of my
fabric.
I have that
And then
fabric.
it has the pocket in the front
Front.
with a little tab. And then
So
I
cute.
have another, I have a whole bunch of these. This one's a black jeans with a little pink.
Where'd you get the jeans pockets?
I had
Thrift
someone that
store?
had a whole bunch of jeans left over and they gave them to me. So I had all these kids, here's the green and black. It's got the
Oh, Debbie,
pocket,
they are
got the
so
zipper
cute
on
with
the
a little.
top. You could use it as a notions pouch, I guess. It's from
Yes, you could.
zebra.
Oh, that's cute too.
And it's all recycled jeans material with little hearts inside.
If
And
you
then
don't if you don't get rid of all any of those,
these
Debbie,
two are bigger. And they have
if you don't get, oh my God, they're so cute, Debbie. I have that fabric too. If you don't get if you have any left over, send one at some point for I know Sky would like one.
well, which one does Sky want? Which one do you think she would like? Does she want one that zippers?
Probably.
Okay, so a bigger one or a smaller one?
What is the zebra one have a zipper?
Yes.
Yes, that one. Hold that for Sky. Sky will like that one.
And that has
Sorry,
the little
everybody.
heart.
That's cute.
Okay,
Yep.
put that one aside for Sky. I'll send that to her. So
Okay.
let me know if you guys are interested. I'll put them in the shop. I don't know how much I would even sell them for, but they're
$3.
they're they're cute. You end up paying more in shipping than you would for the actual item.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see. And
Well,
then
maybe go ahead. What? And then what?
I think I may have a contributor to my shop.
What does that mean?
That means like you were a contributor with your yarn dyeing. You were a separate person than me, but I was selling them
Oh,
in my shop.
but you didn't charge me any money to do that. You didn't charge me rent.
No, I didn't charge you rent
That was nice.
because you were doing all your own photos and uploading all your own
Yeah.
pictures and doing all your own packaging
You
and
would
all of
just
that.
send me a message in the middle of the night. Somebody bought one of those yarns. I hope you still have it. She was my secretary notification because I didn't get the notifications, only Debbie did. Okay, so anyway, somebody asked if they could use your shop. I mean, how does that
No,
work?
this mom thought of this because she sent all
Hannah,
of her fabrics to her sister Aunt Jan.
right?
So Aunt Jan is thinking about
Destashing?
making bags and putting them in my shop and selling them through my shop.
Project bags?
Project bags. So she
No
sent me a
way.
couple, and Aunt Jan, I know you're looking and watching this. I have some thoughts
Hi, Aunt Jan.
about the bags you sent. Your stitching is gorgeous and beautiful, but I have a couple suggestions, so I will call you and we'll talk about it, okay?
Tell
Your
us
bags are
now.
actually very, very similar to my first set of bags that I made. So there's just a couple little things we need to add to them,
Yeah,
and I
okay.
think they'll be ready to sell. So you know how many gorgeous fabrics mom had.
Yes.
Tons,
Yes.
like cabs
Yes.
filled.
Like
So
like yarn hoarder, like Amber's stash, but in
in fabric,
fabric,
exactly.
batik, and all kinds of things.
And all the
Okay.
traditional calico,
Hmm.
quilting fabrics,
Hmm.
gorgeous. So that may be coming soon. So that's something
Hmm.
to look forward to. So Aunt Jan said,
Let's
you
see
need
the bags.
well, they're downstairs. And
We'll go get them.
no, 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 no. I'll show you.
Yes.
No, I'll show you
I
next
want to see
time.
them. I
Next
want to
time.
see them, everybody. No, I want to see them. Hurry up. I'll talk. I'll
Amy,
keep people
oh my
busy. Go get
God.
them.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not
Aunt
kidding.
Jan is not going to want me
We'll
to
talk about
show.
something.
Okay. I
Yes, she will.
untangle
She
myself.
can blame me.
Okay, I'll be
We're
right back.
miles and miles away from Aunt Jen, so she can't say anything about it. So let's look at Debbie's shelves. It's not very often you get to see behind the scenes when she's not sitting there. Her shelves actually look really a lot better than my shelves. Actually, I like her little cards set up. I don't have any cards. So anyway, I hope Debbie is going to put in the end of this podcast a video of Sue that I took at Rhinebeck one night when she was using her new drop spindle. We have had more trouble with getting this video uploaded and sent and to the right person. And I happened to send it to my husband. And he says, "Well, I got it. Why can't Debbie get it?" And I said, "Well, you send it to her." So he finally got that video of Sue spinning at Rhinebeck to Debbie's email. So I'm going to remind her to put that up on the pot at the end of the podcast,
I,
the video.
I went all the way downstairs. And they were
And they're
sitting
right there.
there.
I figured. I knew it. Like, why would they be downstairs? Everything is upstairs in your office.
Okay.
Okay, let's see him. Oh, no way.
So that's one.
Oh, how cute.
Isn't that gorgeous fabric?
Yes. Oh, she
And
did
then
such a good job. Aunt Jan, you're
her
so
sewing, you
good.
guys. The only thing it's missing is a little bit of top stitching, and then these you can see the bottom of the bag's not boxed, so it's flat on the bottom. And
Right.
she may decide that she doesn't want to box it. It adds a lot of time and a lot of work,
Yep.
but these will sell regardless because they're gorgeous.
And they're Nana's fabrics and made by Aunt Janice. Oh, how pretty.
I thought we could call her product Jan's Hands,
Jan's hands.
like
That's
made with love
cute.
from Jan's Hands.
Oh,
So you
I
tell me
like
what you
that.
think, Aunt Jan. But aren't they pretty? So those
They
were
are
two little samples that she sent
beautiful.
me. I'm going to give her a call. We'll talk more about that.
They
But
have little handles.
yes, they each have a little handle for
Very good.
coordinating fabric. I just
Yep.
love this fabric.
So pretty.
I'm going to have to send her one of my bags so I can keep these for me.
Well, you'll have to, and then she'll have sort of
A
to kind of
prototype, yeah.
see. Yeah,
So that may be in the works in the future. But
that's
anyway, we're
exciting.
getting kind of long. It's about an hour and 17 minutes.
So, what are you doing this week other than working?
Uh, that's it. I don't have any plans. This is the last week before Thanksgiving week, so I'm gonna try and get a lot of stuff caught up at work. And
And unfortunately, my job will only get busier because the girl I work with, she's out the whole week of Thanksgiving. And when she gets back from Thanksgiving, she may end up having to go for a 3 week recuperation from a hysterectomy right before the end of the year. So
oh my
I am going to
gosh,
be, yeah, cha-ching, cha-ching, good for the paycheck, but not good for keeping yourself healthy and trying to do everything you want to
same.
do. So,
Yeah.
but in less than 2 weeks, I get to hug my baby, my
Oh my
son,
gosh, I can't believe it's
Jared.
gone by so fast.
He's been away. I haven't seen him since September 2nd. He's been in basic training. I have gotten some letters. I've talked to him one time since then, once or twice. And so he gets family days, Thanksgiving Day, the day after, and the 4 day weekend. So his dad is going down on Thursday, and me and Ronnie are going down on Friday. And his girlfriend, of course, will be there the whole 4 days. So they'll have some time to spend. So, and then December 16th, he graduates and comes back home and starts college in January.
You're
So
gonna go
he's
to the
just that close.
graduation down there?
We're
You have
going to the
to.
grad. We're going to drive down again. It's a little over 3 hours, and we'll drive down again on the 16th of December, which will be a Friday, and we'll watch him graduate and bring him
Oh,
back. And
good.
he's the one. Well, he loves trimming the Christmas tree. He
Yeah.
loves it. So
Yeah.
we usually do it over Thanksgiving, but since he won't be home yet, I told him that we would wait because he and Sky love put and Levi, my younger son, he's 15. He's going to be 16 actually in 2 weeks as well. Um, he always says, "Leave me a tree, leave me an ornament," and he always puts the last ornament so he can say that he helped. Of course, typical man. So I told Jared that we would wait until he got home that weekend in December, and maybe we'll leave the tree up a little bit later this year so he can enjoy it. So that'll be
Yeah,
fun.
that'll be nice.
That's gonna be
I'm so
exciting.
proud of him. That's so
Yeah,
great.
I've missed him.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for. I mean, I don't know. Next weekend is the weekend before Thanksgiving. We probably will maybe podcast after Thanksgiving, Debbie. I don't know. We'll see.
We won't have
We'll
time
see
on
how it goes.
Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend.
That's Levi's birthday.
Mm, okay.
Probably we'll be taking him out to eat. And
Well, we'll try
I
and
don't know. We'll
Periscope
see.
in between now and
Maybe
the
we
next
will.
time.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good plan. Okay.
All
And if,
right.
I couldn't remember, I asked Nana, I said, did we even say at the end of our last podcast, if you can't be kind, be quiet? And
I
she said,
think we
yes, I think you
did.
did. I don't think we did. You imagine all those people out there being unkind because we didn't say it?
I think we did, though.
All
We
right. Well,
almost
if we did,
always
good.
we just said
We
high
must
five.
always remember.
High
Okay. High
five.
five.
And if you can't be kind,
You must be quiet or try.
thank you so much, you guys, for
Thanks for
visiting and
coming and
spending time
watching.
with us. Bye.
Mwah. Bye.
Because I parked and dropped. But
Yeah, 'cause
that's
it-
really awful.
No, it's okay.
just
When
keep
it's
on
quiet,
going.
it'll be
Keep
fine.
going.
I'm going to keep going. I'm
Yeah.
not going to
It'll be thick and
overthink.
thin.
No, don't overthink it.
And you want to be able to tell in our blankets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Debbie's a moocher. She's already claiming this
Really?
spun yarn to
Just
put in her
like my
blanket.
first spin I have to give to you?
It's like a firstborn. It's like the
Doesn't seem fair.
firstborn.
That's pretty
It's
good,
like-
David.
I'm the cutest one though with everybody that you know.
How can you
Okay,
say
show
no
us how to
that?
do it again, Sue.
Okay.
Right.
Are you ready?
Okay, we're ready.
I'm spinning. I'm going to let the spin go.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to
Park.
stop it. I'm
Okay.
parking it. And now I'm...
I think I could do this.
I am in heaven. I'm buying another box
okay.
worth tomorrow.
She
No,
will
you're
be.
not.
She will be 100
Me too.
before she gets a square for her
Wow.
blanket. At this rate.
I am going to buy a loop bat.
You already have.
Shut up.
Okay.